Ladies and gentlemen, we get things started with a lightweight championship contest. Let's first welcome the challenger, Antonio Moran.
They call him Tono. Antonio Moran, who had a 90-10 amateur record as a pro. Mixed results, Sergio, 30 wins, 6 losses, and a draw, but he's forever remembered. He will forever be remembered as the man that Devin Haney knocked out back in 2019 for the KO of the year.
That was an amazing KO, an amazing call that we got tired of hearing already talk Grisham, but I'm not tired of seeing Antonio Moran because he gives prospects a hard fight. He gives titleists a hard fight. He gives champions a hard fight, and that's what he's here for, to give Andy Cruz, who only has 3 fights under his belt, amazing amateur, but only 3 fights under his belt as a professional. You can bet the tough Mexican is going to test those 3 fights.
Moran, according to those watching on the DAZN app at home, has an 11% chance of victory against Andy Cruz. But Moran has only been stopped once, and it came against Devin Haney in 2019.
And I think for Antonio Moran, the big question I have is, will he go for it against Andy Cruz? I really don't think there's any chance that Antonio Moran can outbox Andy Cruz. Andy Cruz in the pro ranks is already an elite boxer, but he's a big guy, Antonio Moran, and I think he needs to take the fight to Andy Cruz and see if he can get a stoppage.
And now let's welcome to the ring the undefeated defending champion, Andy El Diamante Cruz.
Well, to those of you who love numbers, how about this? Andy Cruz has outlanded his professional opponents by a 4.59 to 1 ratio. Sergio, he lands basically 5 punches to everyone he gets hit with.
It's all about accuracy with these Cuban fighters. I mean, they're snipers. You know, and this guy, Andy Cruz, is not even a southpaw. He's an orthodox fighter, but he's amazing boxer to watch, and I think he's coming along with his power now.
You know, one thing about these Saudi cards is that they have brought great fighters together on one card. They have also managed to bring countrymen together on one card. Andy Cruz and David Morrell have known each other since 2012. There have been obviously big parts of the Cuban boxing system. Both had very difficult defections over the last 8 or 9 years, but to this point, they have never fought on the same card as amateurs or professionals. That changed tonight with Andy Cruz going on now and David Morrell right after him.
Well, Chris, after his debut, you thought he was okay. His second fight, you thought he looked sensational. Where does he stand now after his 3rd fight?
I think he's making great progress. I mean, 3 fights in, all of them being 10-rounders, having won cut by knockout. No question, I thought the fight against Straffon was his best performance, but I do see signs that he is embracing the professional style. Look, guys, there's a reason that he went to Philadelphia to train with Mosianis. He could have stayed in South Florida. He could have gone somewhere in Texas or California, but he went to Philadelphia to learn how to punch, to learn how to fight a physical style. The same gym that produced Gerard Boutenis, that's the gym that Andy Cruz is training in every single day.
That's probably the perfect hybrid of boxer-puncher. Cuban with the Philly style.
And guess who's sitting in row 1? It is Boots Ennis, who's here to support his stablemate, Andy Cruz, who looks to stay perfect in his young professional career.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Riyadh Season Card, a great night of World Championship Boxing, live from BMO Stadium in Los Angeles, California. It is all being brought to you by Riyadh Season and the General Entertainment Authority, GIA, and promoted by Eddie Hearns, Matchroom Boxing, Frank Warren for Queensberry Promotions, Sella and Gold Star Promotions. At this time, we would like to extend a big thank you to the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, His Royal Highness, the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and His Excellency, Chairman of the General Entertainment Authority, GIA, Turkey Al-Sheikh. We get things started with 10 rounds scheduled, and it will be for the IBF International and WBA Continental Latin American Lightweight Championships. Brought to you in association with New Champion Promotions and All-Star Boxing. It is sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission, Chair Peter Villegas, Executive Officer Andy Foster, along with the International Boxing Federation, President Darryl Peoples, Supervisor Pete Podgorski, and the World Boxing Association, President Gilberto Mendoza Jr., Supervisor Julio Time. Our three judges assigned will be Tiffany Clinton, Alejandro Roshin, and David Sullivan. Our referee in charge will be Gerard White. Introducing to you first the challenger, fighting tonight out of the red corner. He comes to the ring wearing green with gold and weighed in officially at 134.8 pounds. Hailing from Ciudad de Mexico, Mexico, he has a professional record consisting of 30 wins, 6 defeats, 1 draw, 21 of his 30 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former WBO Latino and WBA Fede Centro champion, Antonio Moran. And his opponent across the ring, he is the defending champion, fighting tonight out of the blue corner. He comes to the ring wearing purple with silver and weighed in officially at 134 pounds. Fighting out of Tampa, Florida, by way of Matanzas, Cuba, he is undefeated with 3 wins. 1 of his 3 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the reigning and defending IBF International and WBA Continental Latin American Lightweight Champion, Andy El Diamante Cruz.
Let's go, brother. Let's go.
Thanks on you, Coach.
Boxer Chief second.
Oh yeah, we don't put her in the bottom.
Got it good, man. Got it good.
Gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. You both know what I expect out of you. The trunks are a little high here. I'm going to work right to the center. They're good here. We're going to touch them up, and we can go to work.
Be the other way around.
So Andy Cruz, who began his pro career with a scheduled 10-round fight against Juan Carlos Burgos, now faces Antonio Moran, a 37-fight veteran in his 4th fight. He's climbing the ladder quickly. Can Moran cut him off at the pass? Another 10-rounder. Andy Cruz in the purple, Antonio Moran in the dark green and gold.
Moran has 3 inches in height and 1 in reach. This is a Mexican veteran that's been there with some fast punches, but Andy Cruz is an accurate, fast, and strong puncher.
Sergio Chris Mannix said that Moran should just go right after him. Why not? What would your strategy be to beat Andy Cruz?
Chris Mannix thinks that should be the game plan all the time. No, do not go right at a sniper. You got to take your time. You got to use your experience. Take the fighter's that only has 3 fights into the second half of the fight where he can use experience, try to take some legs, throw straight right hands like he just did right there. Fight like a veteran.
I say that though, Sergio, because he could take his time, work things out, and be down 4-0 by the time he gets comfortable in this fight. 2 other losses on the resume of Antonio Moran. He has been badly outboxed, 9 decision losses. And this is probably going to be no different. Andy Cruz is the better pure boxer in this fight. You got to rough it up. You got to make it a physical fight.
Yeah, you can do that in the second half. So I agree with you. If he doesn't start fast, he's going to go behind on points. But he should expect to be behind on points.
Well, according to Andy Cruz, Moran will make it to the second half of the fight. He vows to knock him out before Devin Haney did, and he got the job in the 7th.
I can tell you right now, I don't think that happens. I like the fact that Cruz is concentrating on the body, straight shots to the body. They're not hooks to the body. He throws straight right hands to the gut and then jabs with a power jabs, bending his knees. And that's what you do with taller fighters with that long torso. You know, you can just pierce them down the gut. You can do the same to the chest or to the bread basket.
Moran throwing that long jab out there, just to keep his opponent guessing.
Good body shot by Moran.
Oh, good counter right from Cruz. Snapping right hand.
Nice short body shot by Andy Cruz.
You know, Chris, in watching the Olympics, a lot of people say, will this fighter be a good pro? What questions did you think Cruz had as he made the switch?
You know, fairly typical questions about amateurs, maybe more so because we're talking about a Cuban amateur. Cuban amateurs, oftentimes they come in with a more defensive-minded style. We all remember Guillermo Rigondeaux, one of the most decorated Cuban amateurs. But this generation, with Andy Cruz and David Burrell, they fight a very different style.
En el piso, apágamelo, apágalo. Agua.
The Esports World Cup is on from now until August 25th. $60 million in the prize pool across 21 esports titles.
Pues te veo más responde, no hay problema. Trata de agarrarlo abajo, güey. Ajá. Y traja más allá, tira tu jab, güey. Si no traes allá, te va a estar entrando, güey. Para con tu jab luego. Tienes todo el ring para moverlo para.
See, there you go. Nice counter. Right hand. Notice how he didn't even step back. He knew the range of it. That's experience by Andy Cruz. You can bet he's going to look for counter shots over lazy jabs of Antonio Moran.
Well, you talk about Moran having a good second half of the fight. If Andy Cruz is as good as we think he is, won't Cruz have figured him out by the second half of this fight?
I don't care how great you were as an amateur, how great of a prospect you are. 37-fight veteran who's only been stopped once and been America's champion. You don't just beat him down like that in the first half. No way.
Stay off his head.
This is an excellent professional fighter with Antonio Moran.
He landed a right, which caused Cruz to back up quick.
Yeah, I mean, Cruz didn't like that.
When I say stop,
I don't like the way his body reacted.
Stop, don't do anything. You got me? Box.
The referee wasn't too happy with something. But Moran's really trying to be the boss now, and he got clipped again with a counter left.
Yeah, he kind of shook Cruz with that shot. He got over aggressive, but he still needs some mindless defense, Moran.
Cruz getting the respect from Moran as he tried to bully the Cuban.
That's what you got to do with these tough Mexicans, man. You can't just let them walk you down like that.
Right to the body from Moran, uppercut on the inside. Chris, he's certainly not fighting scared, is he?
No, he's taking the fight to Andy Cruz, and I like that. I like the disposition. I also see clearly a little bit bigger man in the ring. This is a guy that, for his last few fights, has been fighting above 135 pounds, so physically might be a little bit stronger.
He's landing some chopping right hands to the side of the head of Cruz. Not landing cleanly, but if he's already landing these in the second round, I'd love to see him these punches are going to affect Andy Cruz.
Bring that up. Bring that up.
Nice counter right again, and then getting out of the way, and a little hand to the gods from Andy Cruz.
Very sharp jab to the body. Andy Cruz been throwing the first round or so.
But I'm with you, Sergio. I'm loving this. If this is the new Cuban style, sign me up. I mean, Cruz is going nowhere. He's staying right there.
This is a new school Cuban style. I say all the time, a new school Mexican style. This is new school. And Andy Cruz is, first of all, is not a southpaw. Second of all, he doesn't always back up or jump back to counter. Third of all, he comes forward. Fourth, he's looking for the power shots.
Nice 1-2 from Cruz. And he's trying to out-Mexican style the Mexican.
And that's what happens when you go take your talent from Cuba to the hard gyms of Philadelphia. You learn that Philly toughness.
These are really good body shots that Andy Cruz is landing. That straight left hand, whether it's in the jab or a short hook, hitting the body clean of Moran.
Nice left hook on the inside from Cruz.
Stop. Look at that. Staying in the pocket, Andy Cruz. It's not stepping back. It's not smothering the attack. Just blocking and punching. Countering Antonio Moran.
Off his head. Off his head. Time.
Shakur Stevenson in the house. Of course, he's been chasing everybody down on social media. Has he run you down yet, Sergio?
No, not yet. I got love for Shakur Stevenson. I tell him in person. I tell him over X as well. Hell of a boxer.
Hey, big fan of the fight today. You never know. Shakur Stevenson, 135-pound title holder. Down the line, we might see an Andy Cruz, Shakur Stevenson fight.
Don't stop doing what you're doing, Shakur. You're a beast. Look, nice right hand. That try to be countered by Moran, but look, excellent right hand there by Cruz. That right there is knowing your range and your distance. That's what these Cubans do so well, but normally they do it with their footwork and stepping back.
Stay off his head.
Cruz is staying in the pocket
Box.
with flat footing, trying to get some power.
Well, we just saw Shakur Stevenson, Chris, and he's basically said, I need someone to bring out the best of me. I need a top-level guy so I can showcase all my skills. Are we kind of seeing something similar here as Moran is probably the best opponent that Cruz has faced?
Yes, absolutely, and this is what we need to do. Sorry to interrupt, Maddox, but I can tell you right now, yes.
Is it not enough for you to answer the questions directed at you? Do you have to answer the ones directed at me?
I get excited when I see, great boxers turn into fighters, like Andy Cruz.
You talk about that Philly gym, Sergio, and Andy Cruz, his nickname officially is Diamante. His nickname in the gym, though, is Bull, four-letter word after. That is his nickname given to him by Bozianis, because Bozy early on, during his time with Andy Cruz, thought he was cutting some corners a little bit. So every time he thinks that Cruz is not doing exactly what he tells him, he looks over to the corner and screams, Bull.
BS?
BS.
Bull spit.
Bull spit.
Normally, when we're accustomed to seeing these Cuban fighters, they're moving all around the ring. They're using every inch of that square circle, but not Cruz. He's flat-footed. He's looking for shots.
Look at that right hand.
Looking to set down his power, and that's not your typical Cuban style of fighting.
Yeah, Sergio, you saw right there, instead of making him miss by backtracking or moving his body, he blocked the punches and was in a perfect angle to strike back immediately.
That's what I'm saying. He's not stepping back out of the war zone, out of the danger zone. He's staying in the pocket because he's so cool and relaxed and comfortable. Look how comfortable he is. Nothing landed, but he's trying to get the range and gauge the speed from Moran.
Moran missing with a right and immediately has to pay the price. That's what a good counterpuncher will do. You make a mistake, you immediately pay.
Good body shot there by Moran from the southpaw stance. I don't think he had that agility in him. I love that. I love Cruz blocking back the bigger Mexican.
Let his head go.
walking him
Let
back,
his arm go. Let him out.
getting him on the heels of his feet. That's how you're going to beat down Antonio Moran.
Oh, good left hand. What a performance from Cruz so far as Moran's throwing everything at him.
That's beautiful power boxing, guys.
Yeah, don't forget, when you're in there, keep backing him up. You ain't got to do this, because you catching that stuff, man. Just come right off the catch and boom, 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 put that shit together. He don't like to be backed up. Yeah, keep backing him up. You ain't got to do this. You boom, 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 you here. You want to go out this way or that way. Back him up. Keep backing him up. That jab. He can't hit you with nothing. He's getting frustrated. Yeah, everything behind the jab to set your shots up, though. Yeah.
Keep backing him up, the instructions of Derek Ennis, and that's exactly what's been successful. Putting the Mexican on his back foot, on his heels, looking for that sharp right hand on a slow jab. Look at, that's what you do with rangy, tall fighters. Lazy jab, make them pay for it.
So round 4 between Andy Cruz and Antonio Moran. Cruz promising to get Moran out of there by round 6. And he's off to a hot start. But it's not because of a lack of effort from Moran. For the most part, Cruz has just been too slick.
Cruz is such a nice blend of skills and athleticism. Shots that he's not parrying, blocking, he's able to slide away from because his athleticism is at such a high level.
It's not just athleticism, man. He's blocking a hard shot like that. That's toughness as well. But he's doing it by staying cool and calm. That's how you're able to roll with the shot without having too much impact.
Keep backing him up, I told you.
A lot of fighters that are pure boxers, they don't even like blocking hard shots because you still feel the impact of it.
You saw Cruz kind of throw his right hand out as if it might have hurt it. Keep an eye on that.
Good shot there. Uppercut by Moran. I don't think Cruz liked that.
Nice left as Cruz stepped back. He just doesn't let you off the hook, does he, Sergio?
No, he does not. That's accuracy. That's just pinpoint accuracy by Cruz.
Any moment you let your guard down, you're going to eat a jab.
Let him go. Let him go.
Moran's walking him down now. He's getting comfortable. He felt the power of Cruz. He's not intimidated by it. Notice how he just went from one corner to the other with no minding of defense, just walking him down. There's gonna be an interesting fight in the second half, guys. I don't think we'll see a knockout like I said earlier. I think it's gonna get more interesting in the second half. I like the determination I see in Moran right now.
Stop!
Use your head. Use your head. Box.
Oh, shot right on the ear.
Now what, Cruz? Cruz is hurt.
Cruz's feet are a little wobbly. 25 seconds to go in the round. He's holding on.
Stop!
Back.
It was a nice left hook on the top of the head of Cruz. Cruz's knees buckled. He's hurt.
His equilibrium may be off. You'd like to see Moran try and test him here with just a couple seconds left. Cruz may have shaken it off.
He didn't shake it off. He's just in that good of a shape that he's able to be resilient after that shot.
Yo, listen. You gotta listen to me, man. Keep the pressure on him, man. Stop backing up. You gotta go to that body. Go to the body more and then go to the head. You hear me? Keep fighting on him. He don't know what to do. Once you do that. Yeah? And step with it. Step with it. When you do it, look. When you do it, look. Yeah, when you're doing step with it. And then bring that right hand down, boom. Because he's turning like this. How you feel? Good, good.
And there's that left hand right there. It was
Yo, keep the pressure on.
I thought it was the side of the head. It was the side of the jaw. But those shots right there, you don't see coming. They come behind the jaw.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Moran does have plenty of pop. 21 of his 30 wins have come by knockout. And he told us, he said, listen, Cruz is a good fighter, but I'm way more experienced as a pro. He has a lot to learn, and I'm going to teach him. Let's check in with Sean Porter. How do you think things are going, Sean?
Way more resistance at this point from Moran than I expected, but this is exactly what Cruz needs. I think he's going to get past Moran. I don't think, you know, that little scare we think we saw, that won't happen again. Cruz is not someone that's going to make a lot of mistakes, but he's got a lot to learn from this fight, and it's proved to be beneficial for him moving forward.
Sean Porter will be with us all night long. Upstairs with Kate Abdo. As this is a pretty good fight right now. Round 5 scheduled for 10. Our first fight of a main card. Moran digging downstairs.
Nice body shots there by Moran. It was a jab and then a left hook. Normally, punches from that far away without bending down and bending your knees and getting that body shot right doesn't do that much impact. But Cruz felt those.
Todd, you mentioned this a round ago about that right hand of Andy Cruz. He seems to have holstered it a lot more. He's still throwing it occasionally, but most of the action the last 2 rounds has come off that left hand. So I'm curious if there is an issue with that right.
Those are hard shots by both men, to the body, to the gut. Man, I'm telling you, this is such a great, evenly matched fight as far as toughness.
Is this going to look similar to what we see in the co-main event with Pitbull Cruz just pressuring nonstop Jose Valenzuela?
Anytime you get a Mexican, you're going to get that. And that's what you guys said, that we're going to see a knockout early. No way. Is an experienced, tough Mexican that's been in there with championship caliber opposition and landing big body shot right there on the inside, Moran.
Moran, who's been dropped or been stopped just once, that was by Devin Haney, says, man, I've gotten so much better since then. That was 5 years ago. And Cruz will learn. Moran turned pro 6 days after his 19th birthday and started his career with 16 straight wins. Nice right from Cruz.
A good body shot by Cruz, actually. I want to see more body shots from Cruz. I think that's going to slow down Moran. You know, we know a lot of Mexicans take a big shot upstairs, but touch him downstairs, soften up that gut.
Boy, he should have just let that right go. Cruz's chin was wide open.
Because he turned southpaw for a minute.
Our main event on the way, and don't worry, all these seats will be filled up later tonight when Crawford and Madrimov hit the stage right after Eminem hits the stage.
A derecha, póntelo con ese. Oye, no trae nada más. Va. Mete primera presión, presión abajo, por dentro.
Keep pressure, look for that right hand.
Abajo. Ya empieza a meter un poquito más.
And you need to take down downstairs.
Cuando se mueven las cinturas, con el güey no sé ni qué pedo. Pero si vas de frente, te empieza.
You want more body shots from Moran, but it's Cruz right there with that body shot. I want to see more body shots by the Cuban. You can tell that Moran didn't like that shot. Nobody likes those shots to the liver. Keep going if you're Andy Cruz.
All right, round 6. This is the round that Cruz said he would finish Antonio Moran by. Does he have any chance of doing that?
I mean, there's a chance, it's probable, but I don't see it happening. And you know why I don't see it happening, Todd? I see the fire in the eye of Antonio Moran.
Boy, that jab keeps working for Cruz, and then the counters. And Moran really turning up the heat this round.
Well, turning up the heat, but he's getting hit in between, so he's giving an opportunity for Andy Cruz to end it and the show. You don't go punch for punch with the sharper puncher, but Moran is getting aggressive just like his corner wants him to.
Well, this is what happens when you face an experienced Mexican fighter. They will stay in front of you all night long, or as Alexander Usyk says, I will not leave you alone.
You okay? Don't do that. Box.
Good right. It was a stabbing downward right hand from Andy Cruz.
Yeah, didn't land that cleanly, but it almost did. Good body shots by Moran right there.
Cruz trying to use the head movement, but a couple of those landed clean.
Oh, there were clean shots downstairs. 3-4 good body shots. I'm telling you, those body shots you won't feel until 2-3 rounds from now. It's an accumulation that will slowly start wearing on your legs. All of a sudden you start thinking, why are my legs feeling like this? It was those body shots that you were taking 2-3 rounds ago.
No knockdown. No round. Stay off his head. Box.
Andy Cruz said this is the toughest fighter I've ever faced. I expect him to be really difficult, but I will get the knockout.
I like that power jab that Cruz has been doing. Now he's backing up Moran. Simple jab, nothing special. It's power jab, well timed. Catching Moran coming forward and you pushing him back with that sledgehammer jab.
Little shake of the head there from Andy Cruz, but he's getting a reaction now, is Moran. Well, ladies and gentlemen, later tonight in one of the big heavyweight battles, it'll be Jared Anderson versus Martin Bakole. And just moments ago, he spoke to Ade Oladipo.
Martin, it's a career that has had some ups and downs, but more ups than downs. This is the biggest fight of your life coming up. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm okay. Like you say, I'm ready to go. So, like you said, it's a big fight of my life, especially my career. So, we're ready to go.
Throughout the week, you've been very confident of a win. You've mentioned a knockout as well. Is that what you're going for against Jared Anderson?
Of course, we came here to win the fight. So, if he's got a big heart, he will survive, and on the point, I'll win the fight. If he doesn't have a big heart, he will stop and give up, and I win by knockout.
I'm going to let your team get ready and let you get ready as well. Good luck and enjoy the night.
Thank you so much.
Back to you guys.
So the monster Bakole, can he beat big baby Jared Anderson? That's later tonight, but Andy Cruz's corner, Chris was telling him, you can stop this guy whenever you want, just let your hands go.
Yeah, he hasn't been letting his hands go the last couple of rounds. It's been a lot of jabs with the occasional one-punch right hand.
I don't think we're going to see Andy Cruz let his hands go like they want him to. I think he's going to throw twos and fews, especially with that jab. He's being irresponsible because he knows what's in front of him. Antonio Moran's sharp. He's in great shape. He's sharp, and he's landing some good shots downstairs.
Sharp, Sergio, for these last 3 rounds have looked a lot different than the first 4. I mean, Andy Cruz was walking down Antonio Moran earlier in this fight.
There's that jab. That's how you soften up tough guys. Jab him downstairs with that power jab, stick him downstairs and cut him. Same jab.
Nice jab, and I think the glove touched.
There you go. There you go.
Off his head, off his head, off his head. Stop.
Everyone wants that sexy big right hand.
Don't do that.
Power, well-timed jab to get you but knocked down as well.
Moran did not see that punch coming. And And we do have instant replay here, Chris. If they go back in between rounds and see the glove touch, that would be a knockdown.
It would be a knockdown, yeah. They do have instant replay. We saw it earlier in the night with Steven Nelson in his fight. They double-checked on a knockdown, scored a knockdown after the fact. So we'll see if they go and look at the replay on that one.
The legs aren't under Moran. This is the time where Cruz needs to walk him down.
Yeah, you can see he's having a little trouble breathing. Looks like blood's dripping out of his nostrils. The activity is slowed down. A left hand backs Moran up.
Stop. Step back.
A minute left here in the 7th. Yeah, things aren't looking good for Antonio right now.
No, it is not. It was that well-timed jab that caught Moran coming in. Nothing special, nothing pretty. Well-timed power jab, and that feels like a sledgehammer when you have someone aggressive coming in towards you.
Oh, good right hand from Andy Cruz, who now has that fire in his eye here in round 7. Downstairs, and Moran's really laboring.
Opportunity here for Andy Cruz. Less than 30 seconds left, but Antonio Moran looks hurt. He's just stumbling around the ring right now.
Yeah, he looked to his corner for help, Sergio, and that's never a good look.
And I'm telling you, this is what is doing it. The jabs.
Big right hand, and Moran's rocked. Stumbling backwards. Is Cruz going to pick up the biggest knockout of his career?
Down.
They're going to call a knockdown. The ropes kept him up.
Down. 5, 6, 7, 8.
It's over. Andy Cruz, 4-0 with 2 knockouts. A sensational victory in LA.
And it was the exact same punch that knocked out Moran against Devin Haney. An overhand right. Well-timed, well-perfected, well-executed. Perfect shot to the top of the head.
Yo, what I tell you?
How did you like that performance, Chris?
Excellent finish. Look, that was the toughest fight of Andy Cruz's young career. He was hurt in those middle rounds. He had to dig deep against a very experienced opponent, but he found a way to overcome that adversity and landed a huge knockout. I mean, he had Antonio Moran hurt and multiple times throughout that round.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it was just announced this week, Canelo versus Edgar Berlanga in September, live from Las Vegas. Sergio, your first thoughts on Mexico versus Puerto Rico in September?
Oh, man, it's always a great rivalry when you got Mexico versus Puerto Rico. You got the power of the Puerto Ricans. This is a grit and determination of Mexicans. It doesn't get better on a big weekend.
You ain't gonna get much. All right, let's take a look back at how the fight was won.
And it was with Andy Cruz listening to the corner. Derek Ennis, the father of Boots, and is telling you gotta back this guy up. Keep backing him up. That's how you get the knockdown. Get the combinations. And it was an overhand right that did it, but he softened up the Mexican with body shot before that. There it is, bending down. Beautiful shot right there. But if Cruz didn't bend down to get the leverage and spring up, he wouldn't have landed that shot. That's what I mean by time and execution. Beautiful shot by Andy Cruz. Just wonderful. This is exactly what you want to see with that new school Cuban style. Looking for the knockout.
Andy Cruz, just 4 fights into his pro career, and he gets better and better. And I think he gets a title shot within a year or so. I mean, how can you hold him back?
Hey, listen, he has the skill, he has the promotion. Absolutely, I think he can possibly do that. If the stars align at 135, I can definitely see this man getting a title shot.
Well, he vowed to knock his opponent out before Devin Haney did in the 6th round, but he did it in the 7th, the same round that Devin Haney stopped Antonio Moran, so I guess it's an even Steven draw, right?
Just as long as you knock him out, you got the knockout, you didn't go to the distance. There we go, that's how you keep that streak going.
Thomas Triber in the ring to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the official time. 2 minutes 59 seconds of round number 7. Your winner by way of knockout, still still undefeated and still IBF International and WBA Continental Latin American Lightweight Champion, Andy El Diamante Cruz.
We're gonna take a few pictures, okay?
Okay.